Y'all, this is my last video of the day. At one point in time, I believe, and still I am believe, that I am a living descendant of King Tut and the 18th dynasty of Egypt. I wrote a book, several books, well, 2 books, on the possibility of me being a reincarnated member of their family. I know some of you might say there's no such thing as reincarnation, but how can you say that? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it don't exist. For years now, I want to know the answers. I want to know the truth. Am I related to King Tut? Am I not? Now, I know some scientists say now, most of the African Americans, most of their ancestors come from West Africa. True indeed. But who says that none of our ancestors might have migrated thousands of years ago from the eastern coast of Africa? Who's to say that some of us might be descendants of ancient queens and kings? To be quite honest of you, most of the ancient African, the Egyptian culture looks like it's spread throughout Africa. Everything that I see now, even in our African American culture, is very ancient Egyptian. From our hairstyles, from our braids, from our fashion, it's very Egyptian. There's nothing new under the sun. I believe, just look at me, just look at me. I have just about teeth, there's cheekbones. To me, there's no other family closer to my family than Tutankhamun, who is also known as King Tut, by the way. We share some very distinct and similar features that I see no one else has. We have the same distinctive buck teeth. Hell, I have the same feet as Tut. We have so much in common. I have so much in common of the king. And I am really want to know, am I related to him? And I really do think that on my maternal side of the family, from my maternal side of the family, that I am a descendant of King Tutankhamun. I really do. Everything about Tut, as I look at his picture, his re-image picture of his face, I see me. I see a Fraser. I see a Washington. I see my grandmother and Queen T. I see my mother, my sisters, my aunts, my female cousins, my niece, my sister, and Nefertiti, and her 6 daughters, and the daughters of Queen Tai, and Sitaman, and Iset, and Hinat Taneb, and Nabeta, who is actually Nefertiti, by the way, and Beckett Aten, and my brothers, and my uncles, and my male cousins, even in myself. I see Akhenaten, I see Amenhotep III, I see Tutankhamun, I see Tutankhamun in me. To me, I am the living image of the Aten of Tutankhamun, because I see Tutankhamun in me. Everything about me, everything about my body, my soul, my family's culture, I see it in the 18th dynasty of Egypt. I see it. I see it. Every day I see it. I wake up and I be so proud. Be so proud. Even though I don't have evidence that Tutankhamun is my family, I see it in me. So you see, they say that the family, the 18th dynasty, died with King Tutankhamun. No, it did not. It lived on in Ankhesenpa'aten. And no, I do not believe that the wife of King Tut was the original Ankhesenpa'aten, because there was another name Ankhesenpa'aten, and her name was Ankhesenpa'aten Tasheret. I believe she was either the daughter of one of Amenhotep III's daughters. I think her name was either Nebet-Nahut or Queen Sitaman. One thing that I've noticed about a mummy, there's this mummy called KV-21A. whom everybody believed to be Ankhesenaten, the original one, also known as Ankhesenaten. They believe that this mummy is the daughter of Queen Nefertiti and Akhenaten. But there's a problem with that. This mummy has deformed feet, so bad that she couldn't even walk. So with that being said, she cannot be Ankhesenaten, because I know for a fact that Ankhesenaten could have walked. So much so that she even helped King Tutankhamun. King Tut was a sickly child who walked with a cane for most of his life. I think he was a klutz, by the way. I mean, he's a klutz. He was a klutz, and might have tripped up a lot. And I think that was resulted in his death, by the way. I believe that he might have tripped down a long fleet of steps, either on his cane or on his cape, trying to walk down the steps or whatever, and he fall to his death. That suffered from a mild heart attack and died suddenly on the scene. That's what I believe. I don't believe that he got fallen off a chariot or somebody assassinated him like I really thought, because really I really don't know what happened then. But I do believe that he might have fallen down a long fleet of steps. I mean, even I'm a klutz. We're klutz. Hell, I walk around with one shoe on. I don't pay attention. I walk around with no shoes on, and I guarantee Tut did the same thing. And those ancient houses, they weren't made out of nice, fresh carpet. They were really hard floors, and I guarantee he might have accidentally fell down to his death. He was a klutz. It runs in the family. It wasn't nothing serious, but it was very dangerous. And that's how the 19-year-old boy lost his life, I believe. Well, back on Ankhesenaten. This mummy had deformed feet. She wouldn't been able to walk. But in depictions of King Tut and Ankhesenaten, we see Ankhesenaten helping out Tut. So this mummy here can't be the original Ankhesenaten. I do believe that there were two of them around. The oldest one, I believe, served after her sister as the mysterious pharaoh, Queen Neferuaten. And thus she is the one being depicted. She is the one, I'm going to be honest with you, I do believe that she is the one being depicted as helping Tut out and being there. Everybody's saying that, oh, those are pictures of love, and yeah, that is brother and sisterly love that we're seeing on those depictions. We're not seeing nothing like, oh, they're like in love and infatuated with each other. No, that is a older sister helping out her crippled younger brother. But here's the catch. I believe that the other one was the real Ankhesenaten, and that one was Ankhesenaten to share it. You see, I believe that the original Ankhesenaten served as Tut queen for the crippled one for only a short period of time, and then when Tut got older, they did away with her. Not like they killed her, because I believe that her and her sister Meritaten, along with her other sisters, Sotepimra and Neferuaten and Neferururi, were all disgraced. But see, back then, this family was even unique then. See, by the time of Akhenaten, who is the son of Amenhotep III, a new religion came up. Something never seen before. Something never did before. This religion is called the Aten Revolution. And for the first time in ancient Egypt history, we have the worship of a single deity, a single god. This never happened before in all of ancient Egypt's history until the time of really Amenhotep III. It began with Akhenaten's father, really further back to his ancestor Tutmosis IV. But Akhenaten perfected this religion. Some say that this was a religion for himself. But no, this was a religion fighting against the greedy priest of Amun, who rivaled his power. So much so that they could have made laws and rules of the land without the king's hearsay. Akhenaten didn't approve of this, neither did his father. So, in order to get power from the priests, he came up with this religion. Not